All right, so finally it happened. Joe Biden finally announced that he's running for the Democratic nomination in 2020. None of us should be surprised. They've been talking about this ever since day one. It was looming over us, looming behind us, smelling the back of our hair, whispering in our ears, I might run, baby. I'm Joe Biden. The Biden effect is coming for you. I might be your presidential nominee for the Democratic Party. I'm a real hands-on kind of candidate. So yeah, it happened today, and it was announced, and the world didn't end. You know, the thing about Joe Biden announcing in the way he did, first of all, so I want to point out a couple of things that you may not know. Okay, Joe Biden, first of all, he announced with some old crappy video that he shot in his hotel room or whatever. Not the best way to get energy. You know, not the best way to inspire people. I think it would have been much better, like, if he shot a video, like, I don't know, on the campaign trail. Oh, that's right. That's right. He hasn't been campaigning. Nor has he raised a single solitary dollar. Now, don't get me wrong, that's probably going to change. But the point is, people get excited when they see you up on the stage doing your thing. They start thinking, oh, maybe he's got something. Maybe he can do the thing. Maybe he can win it. But Joe Biden phoned it in. In fact, he did exactly what Hillary Clinton did, which was shoot some well-polished video, all sanitized, no dirt under your fingernails, no out there in the trenches. Just shoot it in a closed environment like you're shooting an infomercial. And it fell flat. It was plastic. Now, I know the ladies on The View liked it. I know Sonny said, I teared up. You know, Whoopi was like, I was moved. You know, I wasn't moved. And I got a feeling a lot of people weren't moved by Joe Biden's plasticky, fake infomercial announcement speech. Now let's move to the substance of the speech, right? It's a little late, right? It's a little late to come out talking about Donald Trump in Charlottesville, don't you think? Like, haven't most of us put that behind us and moved on to more recent tragedies? You know, we had shootings at synagogues. We've had shootings by unarmed men in the streets. That happens every other day. We've just had so many things. The Texas shooting, for instance, that took place. I mean, we've had so much death and destruction. We didn't need Joe Biden to come in talking about Charlottesville. Yeah, and that's tragic, but you know, you're really late. You're showing that you're not really up with all the kids. You know, you're not keeping up with what's going on. So he did not age well. Where were you when Charlottesville actually went down, Joe? Why weren't you talking then? Oh, that's right, you weren't running then, were you? So you didn't really care. You were busy doing what Joe Biden does. Walking up behind people, smelling their hair, giving them personal one-on-one attention. Oh, I'm just going to keep using it because it just works so well. So what else about Joe Biden that really we could point out about the announcement today? The other thing is he wants to sell himself. Now, here's what they've been writing about. They've been saying that Joe Biden will cast himself as being the only person who can defeat Donald Trump. Okay. Why is it that Joe Biden suddenly can defeat someone? Where is the rationale that Joe Biden is the one that can get this done when Joe Biden has had 1, 2, 3 chances at getting it done? See, a lot of people think that Joe Biden only ran for president twice and lost. No, he was going to run the second time he was going to run. They found out that he plagiarized something, so he dropped out very early. Okay, but it still counts because you geared up and everything. You put on the suit, you know. You did your best comb over with the hair thing. You were ready to go out there, and then you had to pull it back, okay? So that's 3 failed attempts at president, and all of a sudden, there's certain people in the Democratic Party that think, let's go for 4. Yeah, What's better than losing a trip to the Oval Office 3 times? Losing it a 4th time, apparently. 4 is a charm, you know? So now, putting that aside, because that's my opinion, my biased opinion, that Biden does not have a chance. Something else happened today, and this is going to be a longer video that I'm going to do later on the Tim Black Show tonight. But special counsel to, I don't know, senior advisor to the Biden campaign is none other than Simone Sanders. Now, those of you may have known Simone Sanders from CNN, which is she's been since she left for quite a couple years, and also being on the Bernie Sanders campaign. She was a chief surrogate for the Sanders campaign, is now a senior advisor to the Biden campaign. And there's a lot of contradictions to her because she said, hey, what America does not need is another old white dude, you know? And what does she do? She goes and works for an old white dude. Then, you know, there was the whole thing. She was giving a lot of black people grief, particularly black men, because we questioned Kamala Harris. So I think she was trying to get a job with Kamala. That didn't work out. And then, well, finally Joe Biden called up and she was like, yes, I'll do it. You know, she answered that phone so fast, she almost broke her fingernails. So this is where we are. We got Joe Biden, and I haven't gotten into the record. There's so many things, from the Patriot Act to going into Iraq to being the author and designer and chief campaigner for the 3 Strikes Law, the Omnibus crime bill that everyone hates so much. There's actual footage of Joe Biden, which I'm going to show at 9 o'clock, pitching it. He didn't just sign it. Now, I know people go, well, a lot of people signed that bill. Yeah, but Joe Biden wrote it. He wrote it. All right, so a lot of stuff to talk about with Joe Biden tonight at 9 o'clock tonight. We have not even gotten into all of the horrible policies, all the bad legislation. I just leave you with this. They say they want a candidate with experience. But what they don't include with that analogy or with that premise is that those candidates with a lot of experience also come with a lot of baggage, and particularly Joe Biden. If you stack up Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden on the slate of who has the most baggage, negative baggage, Joe Biden's going to win every time. And just because there are people who long for the days of Obama, and we know why they long for them, we long for them because we have a media that doesn't talk about the negative side of Obama. They don't talk about the Obama deportations. They don't talk about the Obama drone campaigns, dropping 26,000 bombs in 1 year, setting a record on the number of bombs dropped. 90% of those bombs on innocent people, the record-setting deportations. No one talked about the bank bailout. No one talks about the bad side of Obama. And then, of course, there are people who long for those days because they're uninformed. It will be my job and independent media's job to inform the world about those things, Joe Biden. So Joe Biden being creepy and being handsy is just the least of his problems. That's the smallest thing. I mean, it's horrible if you were one of those women who just, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm saying there's other things like dropping bombs on children and being a part of breaking up black families and, the Patriot Act, which took our rights away. He wrote that legislation that we hate. Joe Biden. So it's going to be a lot to talk about, guys. And I'm gonna enjoy every minute of it. We have some great candidates. We have Tulsi Gabbard. She doesn't get nearly enough attention, not the attention she deserves. I just want to remind people that we have more than just Bernie. We have Tulsi Gabbard. They're in this race. And then as a backup, I still feel that Elizabeth Warren brings a lot to the table. Andrew Yang, I'm on the fence about him. I'm just going to keep it 100. But what I'm telling you guys is Joe Biden is not the progressive pick. In fact, the only people really looking at Joe Biden who support him, if you look at the numbers like I have, conservative Democrats. Not even moderate Democrats so much. Older, conservative Democrats. That's right. You cheat Bernie and you black out Tulsi so she gets no coverage, and all you will have accomplished is another 4 years of Trump. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I'm Real Tim Black. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Also, don't go get this shirt. Go get this shirt. Racist people suck. It's my luxury line for my line of merchandise, shirts, and other stuff, coffee mugs. For the Tim Black TV show. Go pick that up. It's in the description below. And I'll see you on the next one.